Today I'm going to be showing you how you can create your Wix blog on your own Wix website. What's up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in with your boy Nino, and I got a tutorial for you guys today on how you can set up your Wix blog today. So let's get started. All right, so how you actually create your blog is actually going to the ad apps. Now, if you actually go into your Wix template, you can actually choose a website that is a template that comes with the blog already attached, which I have here. So you can go ahead and do it that way, or if you want to actually get to the Wix blog, you can actually go to your ad apps, okay, and then go to the app market, go to the search box, and if it's not there while it comes up or shows up on here, then you got to go to your search apps, and then you'll just put in here Wix blog, okay, and then you just click enter, you search for it, and boom, this is where you will see it. It will be right here at the top of the search. And if you don't see it here, just look a little bit more down and you'll see all of this other good stuff, which actually I'm about to do some more tutorials. Woohoo! So you can actually go here and then it'll say add. Okay, right now it says open because it's already installed onto my website. So I don't have to do that. So I'm going to just go ahead and exit out. But once you click add on here, then it will take you to a little ad screen where you can add information on there before it gets built onto your website. Now, right now I have this right here on my website. So if you want to know where it is and where it's living, you go over to pages and then you go to blog pages. All right. This is where you'll see your blog and your post. Now in your main pages, it will show just blog here. Okay. And you can actually click on over to blog, and this is where everything gets fancy and we get started. Okay, so right here what we see is our blog site. Now this is going to be just an opening of our blog, so that means all of the information that we have for our blog is going to be here. Now in order to change this custom feed, we can actually go ahead and click on it, and we can manage posts, we can do the settings, or we can stretch it out, and then the notorious Wix help. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and manage post. This will actually take you to your login screen and actually take you to your dashboard. And what it does is, I really enjoy this because now we can actually look into our dashboard instead of actually some just weird template, because now we can actually go through our dashboard if something were to come up. Say for instance, oh, I have to go and check out my customers. I can easily hit over to my customer management, and also it shows you listings of information that's inside of your customer management home that you can get to with easier and quicker access. Now, I don't know if this is all out to you guys yet, but this is definitely a good template. This is definitely something that is coming out if it's not out for you already. All right, so you can come on over here to drafts. All right, or you can come over here to schedule, trash, or even your published ones. Okay, so as you can see here, I have 9 published. All right, now the way this thing works is that you have your more actions here and you have a create new post. Well, we already know what create new post is. Now you see your more actions. Now you can go here to your blog settings and set up anything particular to your blog. You can look at your analytics for each blog post. You can actually hire a blog writer too, or import WordPress posts to your Wix blog. Okay. Now you can create new posts. We can actually edit these posts and then easily duplicate or revert to a draft or move to a trash. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click edit just to show you guys the back end and how this thing actually works. Okay, so I clicked edit. Now it's going to push my dashboard off to the side. And then also here you have your settings, SEO, categories, and sell subscription. All right, so this is how it normally will show up for you guys. This is going to be where you're right here this is where your title is going to be, whatever you title yourself or the website. Then this is going to be your minute, different types of minutes that it can be there to show how long the reading time is. If you want to take that out, you guys can straight take that out in the settings. Then you have your characters, the amount of characters that you have inside of your Wix blog. Now, I can see here, right here, you can start off with just typing in your actual title right here. This is your title. You have a set number of characters that you can have for your title. Then you can actually get right into the blog. Now you see this plus sign right here. This plus sign right here is actually going to give you an option to give you an image, a gallery of images and videos, or just add in a video, or add a divider, insert some HTML code, a GIF, or even actually adding a code snippet. This is for the coders out there like myself, where they want to just show some code in there in a code format. This is very helpful for us, and I really appreciate Wix for giving that tool to us. And then also you can attach a file. Okay, right here I'm not going to actually go really into detail about these things, but I mean, this is the general stuff that you have. And then also you can actually go ahead and highlight some of this stuff, and then a toolbox will show up about how you can bold, your italicize, underline, different color, your different types of header styles. You have like header 1, header 2, and then just your regular normal text. Okay, and then you can quote this thing here, and it will actually bring it out into a quote. This is very fascinating. I really like this, because if you want to just quote something, you can easily do that by just highlighting a certain area, and then it will actually quote that whole entire piece. Okay, now if you want to break this up into pieces, just make sure that you press that enter, so you can give a little bit of space in between your blog. But I mean, I think this is a pretty cool tool to use. You actually have your alignment, your actual numbering list or bulleted list, and then you can line space or put it in a code snippet just like that. If you have already put in some code here and it doesn't look like a code snippet, you can actually easily highlight over that whole thing and then make it a code snippet, and it will actually format it in the Wix code way, okay, which is now called Corvid. And then you can actually add a link to here. So easy to add a link. You just put in the URL and then you link it to that. If you want to actually put this into Google, then you just keep it as is. If you want Google to ignore that link, then actually you just got to click here, and then actually it'll tell you more about what this is doing for the SEO. All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and click cancel. So that's just a little brief overview of how to just customize things on your blog post itself. You can actually go ahead and align these things here for your photo, whether you want it to be original size, small fit, best fit, full width. Let's see full width. That's beautiful. I mean, this is like a very beautiful shot in general, but this is beautiful. And then also you can align it left, center, or right. And then also you can edit the image. This is a cool piece. I actually talk about this in another tutorial, so I'm gonna put that in the right hand corner as I speak now. But you guys can actually go to edit image, and it will actually bring you to your photo gallery, photo studio setup that Wix has here, and you can actually adjust that photo however you want. And I really enjoy this tool. I'm gonna actually click cancel here so that it doesn't make any adjustments to that. But like I said, I have a tutorial on this. You guys can check it out. It's up there in the right hand corner. And also you have your settings here based upon the settings of the style of your photo. You can go ahead and click into that settings, and it will show you if you want to put in a title, an alt text, and then also the link to update the image link. You just got to go to the image toolbar and open the link settings right here. That's easy. You can go ahead and cancel out. Then also you have your link settings right here, so you can actually alter that here. Then also you can actually replace the image if you would like, or even delete it. Okay, so I guess that is pretty much all the information that you need to know. Also, if you actually put in a hashtag, these hashtags actually become hashtags that you can use on your website. And I'm actually going to go into another tutorial in the future about how you can bring those tags out using Wix code. And then also you can use those tags to actually show, different tags on your website, so that people can click on that tag and say, oh, I just want to see all the blogs that have this tag, and that will actually show you, and I can actually show in detail about how you can get those tags in a future tutorial, like I said. So I'm actually going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the settings here. All right, so you have your settings, your Wix blog settings. This is where you can actually put your cover image. You can actually do the publish date, author. This is basically any type of author that you want to choose. You have an excerpt here, so you can put an excerpt from let's see, like welcome to your blog post, like this stuff right here. You can easily copy and paste that into your excerpt. You have 140 characters that you can actually be allowed to put in the excerpt, but this excerpt actually allows you to push that stuff out there to Google and the SEO, and actually let the SEO, Google's SEO, actually crawl this blog post and actually pick up this excerpt. Okay, and then also this excerpt happens to be where it goes onto your Wix website, and wherever you put your blog at or you put your post at, it will show that excerpt. And then also a little bit more, if it doesn't have an excerpt, it's going to just show basically some of the text inside of your blog post itself, if you don't have an excerpt to put on here. But you can actually go up to your information and you can just write a few lines of text that attracts the readers, just like I said. And then also you can set this as a featured post. That means that will set at the top of its at the top, wherever it's shown, it's going to show at the top. It's going to be featured. Okay, and then also enabling commenting. So you guys, I'm going to go a little bit more into detail about that using Corvid, if you want to just control or actually make more use of your commenting, because that'll be super cool. I'm actually going to see if I can whip it up in the next few weeks that I have here. But this commenting actually comes with the Wix blog post, and actually you can put that commenting on here. There is no exact way right now for the Wix coders out there. There is no exact way on how you can access those comments, and I don't think Wix gives you a option to access those comments. So I believe that if you want to make your own comment board, you can do so, and like I said, I'll go into detail about that in future tutorials. All right, so that's how you do that here. If you don't have a display cover image, it actually will pull it from the actual Wix blog post. So if you do not have any images in the Wix blog post, then that means that it won't show up here. It will actually say, hey, do you want to add an image? And then you can just click there and add one. Okay, if you don't want to add an image and you want it to keep it off, you could actually just keep it off, but easily you can turn it back on just by this toggle switch. All right, so SEO, let's go ahead and find out what this is all about. So this is going to be your post URL. This is actually going to go into your URL right here where it says yoursitename.com. Add 5 ways to stand out from your competitors. This is how it's going to look on your website. Okay, it's going to be yoursitename.com / that post name. Okay, so if you don't want to mess around with this post URL, like if you have a specific URL or a specific naming convention that you want to do for your URLs for each of your blog posts, then be my guest and add that here. If not, you could actually easily go to title on search engine. you can change that out. Okay, just make sure that you change that out up at the top here. Okay, now I'm gonna add that back in just so you know. It shows up here of how it will preview on Google. Now this post description is gonna be on you on how much information you want to give people, like a preview or a snippet. Just like I was talking about the excerpt down below, you can actually easily copy that excerpt over here to your post description and make it just that, so that it can be intriguing for people that are using these search engines to find your blog post. Okay, so that is the settings for that. Not too much. All right, now if you want to see categories, you can actually go into your categories list and actually choose from different categories. Now if you don't want categories on your website, then I highly recommend that you just don't put a category here. But if you do want to put a category here, all you have to do is create category. It will pop up here, and then I'm going to say 5 ways to stand out of your competitors. So I'm gonna put this as competition. Okay, this will be a category named competition. Now I easily put this on here. Now it will actually show you to show category posts on different pages, add a custom feed. So you can actually add custom feeds onto your Wix website on different pages in order to show just that category's information. Okay, now if you want to add more categories, you can just click here to add more categories. I'll go more into detail of where you can find that on your dashboard in a few seconds. All right, so we just put this into a category, so now it's put underneath to a category. All right, now let's go ahead and exit that out. If you want to sell subscriptions, you can actually go ahead and start a first subscription plan, and this will go into paid plans, Wix paid plans, and it actually will get you to earn money on your blog. Okay, I'm not going to go into sheer details about that right now, but it is an option, and actually the steps here that Wix provide, it actually shows you step by step, and it's really good. So that is everything that you need to know about, how you edit your blog posts. And then actually it saves automatically up here. Auto save is on. Okay, all right, so if you hit the publish button, you can actually hit this arrow over here and you can discard these changes. That means you're just exiting out. Or you can revert to draft, and then that will actually put it in as a draft. Or you can go to your post settings, which it will automatically just pop over to your settings here. Just an easier way to get to it if you're about to discard the changes or revert to a draft. You can actually easy access those post settings here, and easily you can access it over here as well for your settings. It's just the same thing, it's just there for your convenience. All right, so easily I'm gonna sit here and click publish. It's gonna save that information. It's gonna pop me back on over to my blog dashboard. Okay, so now in order to see our post live, you need to publish the site, which I'm actually not going to do right now. So it's going to show you that it's unpublished changes here. All right, and so that means that some of these things are not published, and that means I have to go into my site and actually publish my site in order for those things to show up. Now if you want to look at your drafts and you want to make like multiple drafts, you could actually easily select some of these here and actually revert them to a draft. All right, it will actually give you a prompt about how to revert to your draft. You just click revert to draft, and then that will go right to drafts. Okay, so you head on over to drafts. You'll see all of the information here about your drafts. All right, these are all different ones that Wix had created for this template, so just bear with me. But these are all a lot of useful information that could be uploaded, but I choose not to, so I kept it as a draft. Now this is a game changer. Now say for instance you want to go ahead and click here, right, and you want to go ahead and make this a scheduled post. Okay, head on over to schedule. All right, you can create a new post here. All right, or you can actually go ahead inside of this post here and then schedule it. But right now I don't have the option to schedule because my site is not live right now. Okay, so if you go here, some of these changes were not saved because of some technical difficulty, because I don't have the website published right now. But you can actually easily access the schedule. You can create a new post within here to schedule it, all right, and easily publish it, all right. In order to publish your site, you have to give it some title and text or image, okay. So we're gonna give it a catchy title, okay, and then we're gonna add some information in here, and then we're going to add just see how it says add an image. I don't want to have an image, so easily I can publish this on a specific date. All right, this is only published now. If you want this to be scheduled, like I said, you guys can put this as schedule, and then you can schedule this post right here. Okay, you see that? So schedule post, and then it'll actually give you a timeline where you can actually schedule this post. So if you have many posts that you want to actually be set up in a complete order fashion, you guys can actually do that here, where you can actually go through August, September, all the way through until your heart desires to 2021 or 2022, however you want to do it, but it's going to stop after a while because it can't actually save that information for that long. Okay, so all the way up until actually August 2021, up into the date of that date. Okay, now you can actually set it up as time as well. So you can actually click here to PM and AM, or you can actually easily go in here and do it yourself, and say you want it 5 p.m. Okay, so it easily converts that to there, and it goes up hourly if you clicked on that hourly. If you click here on your minutes, it'll go up in increments of 15. Okay, as you can see here. Then also you can just click here and you can schedule it. I'm going to cancel right now because I don't want to actually add this on there. So I'm just going to head on over here and save as draft. Okay, now once I save that as draft, it's going to take me back to my dashboard. So let's go ahead and see that. Okay, so I'll head on back to my dashboard. All right, so now anything that I have in trash, like say for instance this catchy title, I don't want this on here anymore. I can actually click here and move it to trash. Now this is a great way of actually saving your blogs that you don't want, but you kind of worked on it and then you said, oh, you know what, I forgot that I had wanted to be a draft and not in the trash can. And then you can actually go here on your off days of doing blogs, and then actually go to your trash and review it. Review all the trash blogs that you have here, and if you really want to get rid of it, you can actually click this delete button right here. But if you want to restore it, it's going to restore it into the draft section. Okay, so say for instance we see this grow your blog community, you want to restore that, you'll click restore. Okay, and then that will restore that back into drafts. Okay, you see that it said drafts. All right, so then you have your more actions here. Also, you can just look into that on your own, but actually here's your categories, like I said, in the dashboard. All right, all posts is an actual category that will always be there. Okay, that's just because it has all of the posts there that are published on your website. Then you can actually make individual categories here. Like I said, this competition one doesn't have any posts because the post itself didn't get published. It didn't get pushed out as a published thing because, like I said before, my website is not published. Now, if you want to go in here and edit that category and put some more description to it, or even change the URL slug, okay, you can actually put that in here right here where it says competition. You can change the label here. You can change the title of the category so that it shows up differently on your website as opposed to your SEO and your social sharing. You can add a description there so that then people actually understand and know what is on your category, what is inside your category for your blog. And then also an optional image here. This is only showing up in SEO and social sharing. For you coders out there, I don't think there is a way of accessing the image via code right now, but hopefully if you guys go to that coding website and you put in a feature, you guys could do that at support.wix.com. Okay, now that's how you edit your category. Now if you want to save it, you can click save, cancel, and you want to not include any of those edits that you have made, you can just click cancel and it'll go right back to its old edit. Okay, now here is a great tip of how to show your category post on a page. And you add that custom feed to any page of your site, click the settings, choose a category, boom, there you have it. Okay, now if you want to delete this, you just click delete here. All right, you go to these three buttons here and you click delete. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what's published. All right, so we see that these are published here. I'm going to go ahead here to my published, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see what we can do here. We can click here and add them to categories. So I'm going to add these to category competition. Okay, so boom, it automatically updates it to competition. Now if you want to select all of them and then add all of these to one of them, it will show up here and you can add them to your categories. Now this is showing a minus excuse me, this is showing a minus sign because you already have several of these selected that are inside of that competition category. Now in order to select all of them and put them all into the competition category, you would have to deselect this here and then reselect it in order to have it applied to all posts. All right, I'm just going to click cancel and I'm going to unselect all. All right, now if you want to filter, you guys can easily filter by categories here. Just like click here and then apply, you'll see all of the 3 posts that I've actually selected in competition to show up here. All right, now if you don't want competition there, you can just apply and it'll just go right back to all posts. All right, so now that we have that here, we have 6 posts that are already published and are in good condition. All right, so I want to just back on out of my dashboard, go back to my custom feed, and then I'm going to go into settings here. Now this is very thorough, in-depth information about Wix Blog, and this is definitely a long tutorial. So if you want, take a break, but I'm about to get back into it. Now if you want to go ahead and look at your settings on the custom feed side, you guys have options here. Okay, and these options are to make your custom feed look however you want it to look. Okay, now this main will actually say, hey, you want to showcase a category, go ahead, showcase this type of category here. If not, it will just show all your posts. Okay, so you go to display, it's actually showing all of your posts right now. Okay, you can show featured posts only if you want. If you don't want that to show featured posts, you can actually take that off. Okay, this will show all of your posts. Okay, all of your posts, all right, onto your website. Now what to include on your feed. Now as you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and move this over a little bit in a place where you can see everything. All right, so as you can see here, I have the published date here. It was about an hour ago. You got your read time here. All right, author's name, if you want to include it there, it will show up this way. All right, and then you can have an option to show an image, which I don't want to, or you can show the badge, which I don't want to, or you don't want to show the author's name, then you just take the author's name off. Okay, now you have your views counter here. All right, you can actually show the amount of views people have viewed your information. If you don't want that type of discourse of people's bias on, like, if this doesn't have as many views, then I'm not going to see it. and you want them to more so hone in on the blog post itself, you guys should go ahead and take off views counter. Now you can actually put in your comments counter here. This is sitting here as write a comment because that means it doesn't have any comments right now. But once you click write a comment, it will actually take you to that comment section and actually will let you be able to write down a comment. Okay, now you have your likes counter, and this will show up here as a heart. Now if you want to, you can use that. If you don't, you don't have to. You can just take it right on off. All right, layout. You can make sure that this is in one column and one column only. Okay, you can actually set a number of posts to be shown right here. This is only one. Okay, if you want to show all of your posts, which is like 6 of them that I have published right now, you can just say show all posts. Okay, and then your website will adjust to just that. All right, now if you wanted to make it one column, like I said, you can make it one column, side by side, magazine. Actually, I like magazine. It looks pretty cool. And then also you can go over to your design layout. Okay, this design is predicated to your layout. Okay, so if you picked minimal, you will get a different type of design style. Okay, if you choose one column, you'll have a different design style. I'm not going to go into the design very much in detail, but this is the design layout. You can change your image overlay color as much as you want here. Let's go ahead and just make it 60. You can do the feed background to be a certain color, you know, what have you. You know, you go ahead and design it to the style that you want it to be designed to. All right, now if you want some support by Wix, you can go to your blog community, or you can actually read some supported articles that Wix provides for you. All right, so I think that's the custom feed, and that's all the information that you need to know. All right, so I'm going to take a break here and actually lead us into the next video, which is part 2 of Wix Blogs. And this is Wix Blogs for beginners, and this gives you the total information that you need to know about Wix Blogs, the new Wix blog. Okay guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely give it a shot. If you have any questions, drop it below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next video guys. All right, ciao.